Hey, this is Jeff Lerner from Studio Cycles and StudioCycles.com, and in this short YouTube video I want to talk about flywheel importance. Now, I know there are a lot of choices out there, and chances are you've watched some of my other videos on YouTube. But one glaring dynamic that's important to most people that they may or may not be aware of is the flywheel of the bike. And the flywheel is the weighted wheel on the bike that you actually turn when you start pedaling. And I know when Johnny G created spinning, 15, 20 years ago, and he bolted a perimeter weighted flywheel into just a regular exercise bike and started pedaling it, and he experienced the sensation of aggressive inertia. That's what lit him on fire and told him that this exercise bike now feels like my bicycle. And because most people who take indoor cycling classes or participate in spinning classes, and probably a good amount of people who want to buy a bike for their home for the various reasons, a lot of folks don't have a good pedal stroke, or they have a bad pedal stroke. And I think most people left to their natural, normal devices will pedal a bike or an exerciser with an up, down, pedal stroke. I call it a Stairmaster pedal stroke. And anything that's relative to fitness or that's beneficial to the body generally has to do with fluid movement. And a Stairmaster pedal stroke is hard on the hip flexors, the knees, the muscle fibers, the ankles, because obviously it's not quite as impactful as running. But a Stairmaster pedal stroke certainly long term is not good for you, especially as you get older. The more fluid your movements need to be so that they're beneficial and positive instead of negative and impactful. So with that being said, I want to talk about flywheels. And flat, skinny flywheels, and the smaller a flat, skinny flywheel is, the worse off it is for you. If a flywheel is completely flat and skinny, especially if it's a small flywheel, that's what's going to provoke the most negative, impactful result when you start to pedal it. Most of the belt-driven mainstream bikes do not have perimeter weighting. People are drawn to them typically because they're quiet and smooth, but quiet and smooth is nice, but having a piece of equipment that has a long-term negative impact and effect, I think you'd be willing to shelve the quiet, smooth dynamic, particularly when you're dealing with us, where we do professional refurbishing and we do professional level building. You'll hear me say this a lot in my videos, but 99.9% of the online sellers of bikes do nothing more than process your credit card and send you a box. We pro-build and tune everything that we sell that's new, and we extend the warranty for life on most of the major brands that we sell. So what you're looking for when you're looking at a bike, whether it's a picture or a bike in person, is you want a bike that has perimeter weighting. In other words, there's going to be heavy weight on the outside edge of the flywheel or close to the outside edge. And that will signal to you that when you start pedaling the bike is going to give you inertia aid. Inertia aid provokes a smooth, fluid 360-degree pedal stroke. A flat, skinny, lightweight flywheel over time will hammer your joints and your muscles. So if you have any questions about that, you can certainly call me. I guarantee you, dialing my number and talking to me and then trying to get a fraction or a fragment of the in-depth information you'll get from me anywhere else will be virtually impossible. My telephone number is home office 310-664-1375. toll free 888-909-BIKE. And my cell phone is 818-470-2204. And I'm the self-proclaimed most knowledgeable indoor bike person in the world because I've been doing this for 15 to 20 years. I've built tens of thousands of bikes. I've refurbished tens of thousands of bikes. I've consulted with the biggest and the best companies over time and currently. And I ride these bikes every single day. Every bike I sell, I ride and I tune and I scrutinize. And if you look at my warehouse, you will see that we have nothing but indoor group cycles. Everywhere you look, there are indoor group cycles. This is what we do. This is my workbench. This is my workspace. All I do is ride and tune bikes. If it's not perfect, it doesn't go out. I carry the best bikes on the market, and we don't just process your card and send you a box. Every one of these bikes is professionally built and tuned. And these used bikes right here will be torn down to the bare frames and rebuilt from the inside out. Where most used fitness equipment companies say it's been cleaned and serviced, that's bullshit. For lack of a better term. It's late and I'm a little tired, but I just want to put it, straight up, straightforward. When a used fitness equipment company resells a bike, it's probably been in a club for 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 years, being used 3-4 times a day, 7 days a week, 52 weeks a year. If the bike is pulled out of the club and it looks good, most used fitness equipment companies will salivate because they can do what they call cleaning and servicing. They can wipe it down, oil the chain, and sell it to you with no warranty. So beware of that. And if you really want to get some information, peruse this YouTube channel, and if you want to figure out what may work best for you in your specific circumstance, call me and pick my brain, because I'm here for you. I'm Jeff Wimmer from Studio Cycles, and I want to thank you for taking the time to watch this video, and best of luck to you on your road to health and fitness.